I've lost near friends, best friends, my boss, my godchildren.
It was pretty traumatic. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of kids. They're having probably the worst day of their life. They're missing friends. They're missing loved ones. They don't know where they are.
Everyone here, if we could have warned them, we would have done so. And we didn't even have a warning. We did not know.
Heartbreak continues to set in tonight as crews spent the day recovering more bodies from the catastrophic flooding in the Hill Country. At this hour, the death toll reaching more than 100.
As government leaders address questions of adequate warnings and decisions to evacuate, we are hearing memories being shared of victims from Southeast Texas.
This kind of hit close to home for all of us here in Southeast Texas.
That includes a close connection the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office shares with families that were hit hard by devastating Hill Country flooding.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Aaron Drawhorn.
And I'm Kimberly Roosley.
We begin with breaking news just when you thought the heartache couldn't run any deeper.
KFDM learning only minutes ago the body of little Mary Grace Baker was found today in the Hill Country.
The priest at St. Anne Catholic Church, Andrew Moore, confirming the information a short time ago. Mary Grace attending Camp Mystic, overrun by floodwaters. Moore posting a statement from Katie Baker, Mary Grace's mom, saying in part, "We have received confirmation that our precious angel has been found. We have felt all of your prayers and support the past couple of days. Please continue," she says, "to lift us up, and as we do not see how we can possibly carry on without her."
Earlier today, we learned the body of Joyce Badon was found by her family this morning. The Kelly High School graduate vanished along with many others during the July 4th flooding. Her mother, Kelly Badon, posted on social media saying, quote, "We found our lovely daughter who blessed us for 21 years. We pray to be able to find her 3 friends soon. Thanks to everyone for the prayers and support." And part of that prayer coming to fruition, KFDM also confirmed Reese Menchaca's body was also found. Her aunt and uncle made a post saying her body was located earlier today.
Badon and Menchaca's 2 friends, Ella Cahill and Aidan Heartfield, are still missing tonight. All but Menchaca are Kelly High School graduates. Heartfield and Cahill were dating. According to loved ones, they were all staying at the home of Heartfield's late grandfather, federal judge Thad Hearftield, in the town of Hunt when those floodwaters from the Guadalupe River came pouring in. The mother of 21-year-old Ella Cahill making an emotional appearance today on the Fox News Channel.
Tanya Powell described Ella as a sweet, beautiful, kind-hearted soul. Aidan Heartfield called his father Friday morning.
He handed the phone to another friend, Joyce, and Joyce said they just got washed away. And then she said, "Tell my parents that I love them." And then that's the last we've heard from them. And the entire house is gone. It's just a slab left. So we're just desperately just trying to find. We found Joyce and Reese, 2 of the friends, have been found deceased. And now we're just trying to recover Ella and Aidan, who were high school sweethearts, my daughter and her boyfriend. And just want to find them.
She also told Fox's Will Kane that Ella, Aidan, and Joyce had a mission trip planned to go to Guatemala in a few weeks.
The impact of the flooding on families in Southeast Texas hitting Jefferson County District Attorney Keith Giblin.
KFDM's Amon Abraham is in studio now with her New at 10 report for us. Amon?
Yes, Aaron, Kimberly, Keith Giblin has a close relationship with the families. He taught several of the students in their 8th grade religion class. The devastating Hill Country flood has impacted families hundreds of miles away here in Southeast Texas.
Several of the victims I knew personally, Aidan Heartfield, the Heartfields were very dear friends of mine, or very dear friends of mine. Mary Grace Baker, her dad and her grandfather are very, very close to me. And also Joyce Badon, I knew the Badons really well. And so this kind of hit close to home for all of us here in Southeast Texas.
District Attorney Keith Giblin taught an 8th grade religion class at All Saints Episcopal School to Aidan Heartfield, Ella Cahill, and Joyce Badon.
These kids were amazing, are amazing kids. They were just the typical high school, junior high 8th graders, and just a joy to be around. They are.
Several of Giblin's staff members are in the Hunt area searching for victims. They are with Jasper County Sheriff Chuck Havard and one of his majors.
It's the helplessness that you feel sometimes, and so this group are very trained. Like I said, they're all law enforcement officials and officers, and so they are able to go out there and do the dirty work and be able to look and hunt. They're physically in shape. A lot of us can't do that.
Giblin says his office and everyone else that travel to the Hill Country wants to do everything they can to help.
It's important for the community to be together, and during any type of tragedy, especially this type of tragedy, and it's important to help each other and stand with each other and pray for each other and support each other, because this is something where everyone needs to be involved in and everyone needs to be a helping hand.
Giblin sends a message to the families and the community.
Just we never give up hope. Miracles always happen. Keep the faith and keep the hope alive, and continue to pray, and we'll continue to look.
Giblin urges anyone who's able to send donations to some of the organizations helping the victims, whether it's money or other items. We've posted information on KFDM.com. Reporting live in studio, Iman Abraham. Kimberly, back to you.
All right, Iman, thank you so much. Well, at this hour, the DA's office and Jasper County Sheriff preparing for another day of searching. Chuck Havard sharing photos with KFDM of the group, including his major, Steve Crowell. The DA also represented by Britt Featherston and several others from his office. A Beaumont fire captain is also there with the group. Sheriff Havard tells KFDM they loaded up chainsaws and other equipment, leaving yesterday and arriving early today, and immediately began searching. They plan to stay as long as they can to make a difference. The tragedy is also reaching Liberty County and hitting hard tonight.
A beloved father and a husband is dead, while his wife and 2 little boys tonight remain missing. John and Julia Burgess, believed to be inside their RV with their 2 young sons at a campsite in Ingram when the Guadalupe River rapidly rose early Friday morning. Relatives say John was later found deceased. Tonight, Julia and her boys remain missing. Their daughter there was at an unimpacted summer camp nearby. She was not with them. Julia Burgess, a beloved teacher at Liberty Elementary School, not far from the family's home in Liberty. Neighbors are leaving flowers and stuffed toys in front of the Burgess home.
Neighbors around here, we've all been praying and everything, and it's just a sad situation. I just can't hardly believe it.
You always know when John was in the room, because he just had this smile that could light up any room.
Liberty ISD sharing a message on social media over the weekend, quote, "Our hearts are with the Burgess family. Please continue to pray."
Among the powerful images emerging today, the survivors of Camp Mystic escaping the dangerous conditions on a bus.
As the bus drove right next to a raging, powerful river, they prayed for a miracle, and they joined together for a powerful Christian song.
Praise God. I want my world to know the Lord of love has come to me. I want to pass it on.
Around 750 girls were attending Camp Mystic at the time of the flood. The death toll now climbing tonight to more than 100.
As rescue workers search for those who remain missing, new questions arise about why campers and residents weren't warned sooner about dangerous conditions.
CBS News' Nydia Cavazos has the very latest.
In Kirk County, Texas, efforts to locate those who remain missing in the wake of the deadly weekend floods continue.
This will be a rough week. I've said this 100 times, and I will say it again. We need your prayers.
As of Monday afternoon, Texas officials confirmed over 100 people were killed in the floods. Camp Mystic, an all-girls camp in Kirk County, announced at least 27 of its campers and counselors died. 10 campers and 1 counselor remain unaccounted for. Speaking at a Kerrville press conference Monday, Texas Senator Ted Cruz said he hopes valuable lessons will be learned from the Camp Mystic tragedy.
And so I think we will have a reasonable conversation about are there any ways to have earlier detection? Everyone would agree in hindsight, if we could go back and do it again, we would evacuate particularly those in the most vulnerable areas, the young children in the cabins closest to the water. We would remove them and get them to higher ground.
This time-lapse video shows how quickly a river in Kingsland, Texas, rose in just 3 minutes on Friday. Search and rescue teams say they're finding bodies up in trees, including at least one of the girls from Camp Mystic.
We found 2 young girls up near the Hunt store, and then about 10 o'clock we found another little girl wrapped up in debris in a tree.
More than 800 high water rescues have happened since the flooding began. White House officials re-emphasized Monday that National Weather Service offices were adequately staffed at the time of the floods.
We know the National Weather Service provided early and consistent warnings. They gave out timely flash flood alerts.
President Trump told reporters he will travel to Texas on Friday. Nidia Cavazos, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
And back here at home, Beaumont Mayor Roy West is calling upon the community to come together in a spirit of unity and compassion for a special prayer service. That prayer service will be Wednesday night at 6 o'clock at the Jefferson Theater in downtown. This is a time for mourning, remembrance, and healing, according to the mayor. And tomorrow evening, a rosary will be recited at St. Anne Catholic Church. Missing camper Mary Gray Baker, a St. Anne student who was found earlier this evening. That service still starts at 6 o'clock at the church on Calder and 11th.
A Catholic priest who grew up in Orange is reaching out to the families of flood victims who may need help with funeral expenses. Father Jim Suchko is a papal missionary of mercy. He travels the world on behalf of the Vatican. Father Suchko telling KFDM he'll work directly with families and funeral homes to cover the expenses. He says, "No, you are not alone." We've posted Father Jim's email address over on KFDM.com.